Greetings, humanoids of the internet. My name is Bob, and this is episode 34. Is that it? 34, yeah, of Journey into Space. Now I'm landing a moon base on the moon. It's unmanned right now. It was a real piece of work to try to get it up here, but it's up here. I'm using the new navigation tools to get my orbital nice and pretty, and then we're going to be trying to land this thing on the moon. Somewhere, I'll have to wait a little bit, somewhere where the Kerbal will be sort of on the horizon so we can see it, and presumably somewhere not too lumpy. Okay, well I will let you know when we are ready to do that. Okay, we're going to start our descent. I'm just going to do a pre-burn now to bring my so that I have less burning to do when I actually get to where I want to really hit the brakes. I'm aiming to land sort of around here, close enough to this interesting terrain here, but not too close. I've got a sort of a lower stage on here, which is making it very sluggish. Hoping that it's going to be a little easier to control once I drop that. There's not much left to it. Okay. Let's get set up, and we're going to slam the brakes on all the way to kill all our horizontal speed. We want to get a little closer to the interesting bits, so I'll stop for a moment. Let our motion carry us forward just a tad. Something like this. The spin base has oops. So much for that. It has a built-in transportation system, which you'll see shortly, I hope. Uh-oh. It's acting kind of gimpy. Well, let's drop it a little bit before I try to straighten up the rest of that. Then I'm sort of pulled into a hover here, so. Okay. Okay. Worst. It's not very maneuverable right now. Worst case scenario, I can always use the RCS on the transportation vehicle. I'd rather not. But worst case scenario, I can always do that. Okay, now we just plummet like a rock for a bit. Okay, I'm doing sort of a death dive here. I'm going pretty fast, about 300 meters a second. I figure I get down to about 20,000 meters. Start hitting the brakes hard. I'm sure there's a way to program a landing, same as you do with changes in orbits. I just don't know what that is yet. All right. Probably hit that a little soon. A little sooner than I should have. I'm trying to adjust my my horizontal velocity right now. No clue what the ground altitude is here, and I don't have a manned crew capsule, so I can't even look at the altimeter on the capsule. So we just have to make an educated guess. We'd easily be only 3,000 meters above the ground. So. Might only have 2,000 meters at this point. I have plenty of fuel, so I'm really not going to sweat whether I'm doing it the most efficient way possible. I'm going to sweat whether I'm doing it the safest, most sensible way possible for right now, which is to decrease my speed slowly as I approach the ground. This engine is fairly powerful, so that should not be a problem. Unfortunately, I don't have the scatter turned on. I forgot to turn it on. That's something I should do in the future, is to turn ground scatter on. Give me a better visual clue as to what the hell's going on. Because, you know, ground level here could be 500 meters, could be 3,000 meters. It's very hard to say. Now, one of the scientific instruments that I have is a radar and altimeter that you stick on the outside of a robotic craft, so you can tell how far you really are from something. It still looks like I'm far up. Okay, I think the ground is approaching now. Very little horizontal motion. The amount of horizontal motion is not worth, really worth the hassle of trying to monkey with it. If I get down to the ground and it looks faster than it does now, I will adjust accordingly. But right now, it doesn't look like it's all that much. Very little, in fact. I suppose I can get a shadow. Shadow! And there are no lights on this. That was kind of stupid. No shadow. Okay, I got a shadow now. Like I say, I've got shit. I've got RCS on this, but I don't really want to use it. Because it's not really for this, it's for the, the space car. So I got a little bit of funky motion. I'm not doing a pogo here, but I'm trying to cancel out my any residual horizontal speed. But I gotta land it now because I'm running out of gas. Okay, it's do or die time. Yeah, it actually ran out of gas as I was hitting the ground, as I was about to hit the ground. But I am on the ground. And like I say, this doesn't ever have to go home, so it's got nobody on it. Okay, well that's our first event for right now. At some point I'll put some people on here so that they can enjoy the benefits of moon living. And I'll need somebody to man this vehicle in order to get it separated from the base. So this is a primarily ion-powered vehicle. There's no robotic control on it. There's a main capsule on it. So I have to get a person on here on the moon in order to get that off there and to make use of it. Okay, that's all for that little event. Okay, I was thinking to myself, what if we had a vehicle whose only purpose was to take craft from low Earth orbit to the moon, to lunar orbit, or from low Earth orbit to a higher orbit, like for instance at where the station is. So this is my solution to that. It's a robotic spacecraft with nuclear engines, and its only purpose is to carry things to higher orbits or to the moon, and then come back and get refilled. I'll have to make fuel freighters to refill it with, and then it can turn around and do the same thing again. That way, if you say you want to launch a moon lander, the only thing you have to get to orbit is the lander itself, the part that does the descent and ascent. All the rest be taken care of by this guy. So let's see if it will fly. Save and launch. This is my Crazy 8 Crazy Diamond rocket configuration. I haven't tested it yet. We are about to. Okay. Abort. I forgot a few things. Let me deal with those few things. Okay, let's try this again. Now I have the robotic controller down here at the bottom of the overall craft instead of at the top, like you would think of more traditionally. I hope that doesn't matter, because I'm about to find out. Okay. Throttle up, SAS on, and 3, 2, 1. Go. Slow, but it did take off. The purpose of these rockets here is just purely to hold up these fuel tanks. It's, you know, if I'm close to a 1-to-1 ratio on lift to thrust, I'm okay with it. This is the main puppy that's doing the most of the thrusting. Unfortunately, these engines overheat very easily. Right, heading up on our first separation. Alright, that was smooth. Should start picking up some now. Worst case scenario, if I at least get to something close to vacuum, these guys can take over. So it doesn't really matter if these get to orbit almost empty because they're supposed to be refueled anyway. Oh, gravity turn. Falling asleep at the wheel. I did that with an RCS, because I guess because I've got a gyroscopic SAS on it. How we doing? May have to use that gyroscopic SAS more often, because it certainly beats the RCS sometimes. Alright, 71. That's all we need. No, well now it's not, and now it's not working so well. I guess because the engines aren't going. Let's give it a little bit of thrust. That helps. Alright, where are we at? Oh, still looking good. Should be able to get up no problem, I think. Okay, let's go ahead and get a little thrust, get back on in line. Like I say, worst case scenario, I could probably use those nuclear engines to finish out the orbit. Ah, it's going to overheat real fast, and there's nothing I can do about it. Let's turn on the RCS. Turn on the RCS, please. Thank you very much. Bucking like a bronco. Sorry, I'm past the apple absence. Damn it. Okay, I'm starting to push the F-axis back up again. I kind of give myself a little bit too much altitude, but can't be helped. I can always take it away again if I need to. The nuclear engines will overheat, so I have to be careful of. Overheating? Nope. might not have enough fuel. Well, I've got tons of fuel in there. I don't know why it's not taken out of this. Okay, that's peculiar. Oh well, whatever. This is perhaps not the best time to be doing this. It's slightly peculiar that it wouldn't take from the others first, but whatever. Ah, crap. Okay. I don't know how that weight balance is going to screw me up. It might screw me up. Yep, screwed me right up. Screwed me all to hell. Well, that was severely fucked up. Note to self, don't transfer fuel in the middle of trying to reach orbit. Okay. A redesign is in order. I don't like the way that does it, even though I guess it probably works fine the way it was trying to do it. I don't like the way it does it, so I'm going to do a redesign. In flight, in flight. Okay, I got my orbital tug into orbit with most of its fuel intact. Used up about half of that one, and these are both full. So that was good. And at some point I've got to make a shuttle to bring fuel up to it. But that's that stage of my space infrastructure completed. And I can use this to move stuff from lower orbit to a higher orbit, like the orbit that the station's at. I can move landers from low Earth orbit or low Kerbal orbit to the moon. I can also use this to push interplanetary craft out, and then use the remainder of the fuel to get back into a low orbit for the next trip. Okay. Okay, to wrap up this episode, we're going to take a little stunt flying trip in the F1 Bottlefly. It's a plane I developed, and let's see how it goes. Well, we need some sunlight. Don't want to fly in the dark. But we do have headlights. Alright. Ooh, moon rising. That's pretty cool. Alright, but sunlight would be more cool. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, and we're going to fly it from inside with Gustrick Kerman. Gustrick, you're fairly lucky, even though you're flying dangerous aircraft. You're not being thrown out into space, so, you know, be happy. The brakes are off. Throttle to maximum. And 3, 2, 1, go. Still janky. Little janky. Yeah, the problem is that it's got quite a turn on it, so it's hard to it's a little bit hard to keep it under control. Yeah. We'll turn on flying control. It'll help a little bit. What's my altitude looking like? Still pretty low to the ground. Oh, maybe I ought to pull my gear in, huh? Might help. Alright, let's buzz the tower. Hello, tower. Let's make Gustrick sick. Gain a little altitude. Are you sick yet, Gustrick? Yeah, that's a little too close to the ground. Yep. A little bit too close to the ground. Yep. You like flying upside down over the runway? Gustrick? Hello, Gustrick. Are you still there? Well, shit. Alright, we'll come in for a landing. Get out a little ways. Pull around. Kill throttle. Gear down. We might not make it on this pass. No. Possible we might not make it on this pass. We can still try though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, well let's throttle up and give it a try. I'm gonna pop the gear up. What's my altitude? About 1,000. Pop the gear down. Coming in a little hot, yeah. It's okay. You like a challenge, don't you, Gusrick? We're good. No worries. Everything's good. It's all good. Nothing's bad. Unless we're running out of the runway, that's kind of bad. Okay, brakes. Brakes. Alright. That was a successful mission, Gusrick. Did you toss your biscuits in the capsule? I know you did. Okay. Alright, well I guess that's all for right now. And until next time, hasta la vista.